Welcome to meeting 550 of Blue Quest, a celebration meeting. I am Sheila McIntyre, your Sergeant at Arms for today. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. You are now inside the code of conduct of a Toastmasters meeting. Please be advised that this meeting is being recorded and that it may not be possible to pause the recording. The following are the meeting rules. Please be advised that any behavior that disturbs the flow of the meeting will result in removal from the meeting room without any warning. Please ensure that your noise-making devices are either switched off or are on silent mode. Please speak responsibly on religion, sex, and politics in your speeches. As far as possible, please keep your videos on, audio off, and applause flowing throughout. Be the kind of audience for others that you would like for yourself. Toastmaster of the day, table topics master, and general evaluator, please ensure a smart audio video check before handing over to respective role players. If you haven't renamed yourself, please do so at this time. Please reacquaint yourself with the role of the timer. The timer will use background images and/or screen sharing to indicate time using one of three cards. Green means you've reached the minimum qualifying time. Yellow indicates it's a good time to start concluding. And red specifies you have 30 seconds more or you will be disqualified. Individual session timings will be explained in due time. We encourage you to use Zoom emoticons generously to encourage role players. We sincerely request you not to send chat messages to everyone or the speaker on stage. In fact, refrain from chatting altogether and focus on the speaker. Reiterating, please stay on mute until you are specifically requested to unmute. At this time, I would like to hand it over to our presiding officer, Kapil.
Thank you, Sheila. Good morning. I welcome everybody in our meeting number 550. Today is going to be a special meeting because it's a 550th meeting of Blue Quest. It's more than 11 years for Blue Quest. I see few of our old members gracing this occasion. And one of them is, of course, our past president, Diksha Garg. We have our past area director, Mukesh Kulothia, Arushi Gupta, Gopa Sindhwani, Padma. And yeah, so Diksha, would you like to say something? I mean, how is it coming back to Blue Quest after so long?
I'm just so much excited to be part of Blue Quest again. I am grateful that Sean sir called and invited me to be here. And it's lovely to see so many people, Mukesh, Arushi, these people have been there when we started our journey. Gopa. I remember, pulling us from that freezing moment on stage to coming to a role of president or area directorship. Everything was possible because of good people around me. They say meditation helps you to gather all your thoughts and channelizes them into a right direction. I think keeping good people around us does the same. So I'm just grateful to be here, and as we always cannot be, around good people, but I would say that while you're here, make the most out of it. I congratulate all of the current members for reaching this milestone, and I'm just thankful for being a part of Blue Quest. Thank you.
Thank you, Diksha. Thank you. I actually copy your sentiments. I truly believe that Blue Quest is turning people's life. So
yes,
thank
it
you.
did. Thank you.
Mukesh?
Hi, Kapil. Thank you so much. Yeah, good morning, everybody. This is Mukesh, the past District 41 Director, and of course, Blue Quest member. It's great to be back in Blue Quest for this occasion of 550th meeting. I'm thankful to all the members of this club who helped me in my journey in Toastmasters and keeping the flag of Blue Quest high for so long. It's been 11 plus years, and 11 plus years is not a short time. Blue Quest, of course, when I was PQD in 2015-16, Blue Quest was the best Toastmasters club in entire district that year. And it was also, I think, one of the top 10 clubs in the entire world that year. Now, being one among top 10 out of 16,000 clubs is not a small thing. It's a big, big achievement. So we have that kind of legacy, and that legacy is possible because of good people around, as Diksha pointed out, exactly the right thing. Blue Quest means good people. And, hats off to the passion of all the people who are keeping the flag of Blue Quest very high. I congratulate all the members on this occasion and thank once again for helping me who I am today, helping me become who I am today. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Looking
Thank you,
forward
Mukesh. Thank you for the kind words. Arushi?
Hi, everyone. Good morning. I hope you had a lovely morning with this pretty meeting of 5:50. I started with my Toastmasters journey in the year 2017. That is when I first met Rupinder, Shorinder sir, and Diksha. These were the people who brought me to the front. I became the president of my club. And that was a big achievement for me. And I was correctly directed by Rupinder sir, Shorinder sir, and everybody to help me lead how a president should work, what are their roles and responsibilities. I remember today's our 550th meeting. We had one milestone meeting in when I was in Toastmasters in Blue Quest Toastmasters, and we had gathered for a small meeting, and it was an outdoor meeting near Sector 54. After that, Rupinder sir had to go for the World Championship, and we gave him all our luck and wishes so that he could win the World Championship. So it has been a good journey. Even I come in contact with anyone, they were also like that your confidence has gone up if you have to go and speak on the front stage. So I would give the credit to Blue Quest for it, and especially Toastmasters for it. And whomever I come in contact with and they say, we have a little communication problem, I said, Toastmasters is one place where you should definitely go. And if you get correct mentors, then sky's the limit, I would say. So thank you for all the guidance and thank you for bringing out the best in me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Arushi. Very well said. Gopa? Gopa, are you with us?
Morning. Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. A very good morning to all of you. And it is lovely to see the old faces, specifically Sorindro and Rupinder. Very good morning to both of you. I see, very frankly, I don't know. I don't have any words for Toastmasters because this was, as Brian Adams says, this was the best time of my life, I guess. Yeah, these two Toastmasters, 3 years of mine in Toastmasters were the best. Unfortunately, I'm not in Toastmasters at the moment, but these years which I spent in IBM, I don't know if it's IBM. Is it IBM? Is it anything to do with IBM now? So, but these days of Blue Quest were the best. And I'm so happy to see the 550th meeting because I remember attending the 100th meeting of Blue Quest. And it's amazing to see that we are at 550th and there are still the veterans being there in the club. That is amazing. Heartiest congratulations to everyone. I don't know who's the presiding president at the moment, but job well done. And I'm so happy to see all of you and such new bright faces also. So, and I'm sure you guys are doing an amazing job with whatever is happening right now in Toastmasters. So again, heartiest congratulations to everyone and let's start the meeting. Let's rock it.
Thank you, Gopa. And Padma, you are not a member, you are a guest, but I promise we will make you member sometime.
Yeah. So I did not realize that it was a milestone meeting, but it is, no coincidence that I'm also in blue for a Blue Quest meeting. 550 sounds awesome. The consistency with which you guys have been running this whole club, and the fact that you have such enthusiastic members who come in, even past members who come in and have so many good things to say. I wouldn't say I'm surprised, but I'm really amazed at your ability to draw back old members. And I think the foundation of the whole activity, Toastmasters, is like they say, once a Toastmaster, always a Toastmaster. So even if somebody is not formally a member, they still continue to spread good tidings about Toastmasters and the benefits of Toastmasters around, which speaks to the growth that the whole movement has had over the years. So I think it's phenomenal, great work, and congratulations to everybody who brought it to this level. And if I'm alive, I'd like to see the 1000th meeting as well. Thank you.
Sure, sir. Thank you. All right, so it's time for us to start the meeting now. Oh, I'm sorry, I see Rama as well. So Rama.
Yes, Rama.
Hello,
Yes, good morning, Rama.
good morning.
Okay. Could you introduce yourself?
Yeah, I am from Spearhead Toastmasters, and I introduced by Rupinder ji. So
Okay.
just came for a while.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
All right, so it's time for us to start the meeting now. So over this particular meeting is going to be a different one, not the standard one. I don't know what Shorendra sir has in store for us, so I will leave on him to pull out the rabbit out of hat. So Shorendra, over to you.
Thank you, Mr. President Kapil Kakkad. Hello, gorgeous Toastmaster leaders and wonderful guests. It's a beautiful morning, and like I have addressed myself as the storyteller, I will give you some background or some story about this fantastic club, Blue Quest Toastmasters Club. Today, we at Blue Quest are celebrating our 550th meeting with a galaxy of present and past members of the club. It is a reunion. It's like a homecoming for many of our old members who have moved to greener pastures. We are so grateful to all of you to be with us and for motivating us in Blue Quest to achieve greater heights. I'm honored to have our past district director, distinguished Toastmasters, Mukesh Kulothia. We are missing our district administrative manager, distinguished Toastmaster, Shivpriya, who promised to be here, but I guess she got stuck somewhere. Again, our past area director, distinguished Toastmasters, Samiksha Sai, who promised me to be here, and along with the other area directors, Prachi Batra and Diksha. I also am really touched by Arushi, who was our past president, to be here with us. Thank you for being here with us. I also would like to thank Sheila, Anna, Elyssa, Hope, and Shakti, who has dropped out in the last moment because she's suffering from COVID, who have joined us all the way from US, even at this late hour. Welcome to our guests and members for joining us today. We are really honored by your presence. This is the story of Blue Quest, a club that identifies itself with the original version as laid down by its founders since its inception on 7th of December 2009. A club that has always strived to put members first. 10 Presidents Distinguished Club Awards from 2010 to date, and 1 Select Distinguished Club Award for the first year of chartering of the club. Many more awards like Golden Gavel, Smedley Awards, and there are so many to show. And as Mukesh said, we were the #1 club in 2016-17. This is a story of who Blue Quest was, is, and will always be. And the effort was there to see, and Blue Quest has been the cradle of creating leaders who have grown to take on multiple district leadership roles. District directors, district finance managers, district administrative managers, district directors, area directors, club mentors, club coaches, and so many other roles. You name it, and Blue Quest has been there. But then there are few people without whom it would be impossible for Blue Quest to have made a mark and achieve the heights that we have reached over the years. Someone who's not here, Distinguished Toastmaster Sumit Juneja, my first mentor in Toastmasters, who inducted me into the club when we chartered in December 2009. Then Shakib Rao, the first member from the club to reach the district humorous speech contest final. Our ever popular past district 41 director, Distinguished Toastmaster Mukesh Kulothia, who got District 41 on top of the Toastmaster World Chart in 2016 and 17. I want to thank my young friends, Shivpriya, Faisal, Aditi, Samiksha, Suchika, Diksha, Gopa, Prachi, Sinjini, Arushi, Shivpriya, and so many more who have made my journey in Blue Quest memorable. Oh yes, how can I forget my partner in crime, Distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder Singh, Vikas Mahajan, and Shakti Priya, without whom we could not have revived this club a couple of years back. When I think back, it amazes me that we are still here on this 250th meeting today. Believe me, running a then corporate club in an IT company brings you many, many challenges. Client calls, project managers' refusal to release consultants for 90 minutes in a week for a meeting, members' sudden departure to client sites, delayed expectations, job changes, higher studies, so many more reasons, but we never let our guards down. I remember many meetings when Sumit, Mukesh, and I were the only ones there, but canceling the meeting was never an option. It was really a learning experience for exigencies in our professional life. And then that phase when the young brigade of Shakti, Faisal, Aditi, Iti, Samiksha, all fresh out of their colleges, and Suchika, Gopa, swept us to soaring heights. Blue Quest seemed to be everywhere. And then who can forget that first all-women's executive committee in the district? And that was for 2 terms running. We did such wonderful work with opening new clubs, running speechcraft sessions, mentoring various clubs. Oh, it was one of those great times. I'm sure Mukesh, Shakti, Rupinder, Shivpriya will tell you many, many more stories about Blue Quest. Today, we once again have a young team in place, led by our dynamic president, Kapil, and his team of Sumit Juneja, Vikas Mahajan, Sheila McIntyre, Amit Tandon and our distinguished Toastmaster, Rupinder Singh, who is like a rock in this club. And believe me, we have a crack team here. If you were or are a member of this club, you will be very proud of what we have become. You will recognize how we look at the various values of Toastmaster: integrity, respect, service, and excellence. If you're new to Toastmasters in Blue Quest, or have heard about Blue Quest, you will find a supportive and positive learning environment that will help you to become a better person. Most importantly, you will know that you are among your family. So many of you have helped us to be here. Some of you are here. Some of you are far away. All of us have special ones who have helped us to bring us where we are. All we have helped and cared for us to become what we are and wanted what was best for us. Whoever you're thinking about, how pleased they must be to know the difference you feel they have made to you. They are the kind of people Toastmasters does well to offer to our world. My special thanks to my co-members in Blue Quest and all the Toastmasters around me for encouraging me, allowing me all these years to be a Toastmaster. I, on behalf of Blue Quest, salute you leaders for your continuous efforts to make a difference in our lives. Thank you, and God bless you all. I will now request each of our special invitees to kindly address us. I know in the introduction you did make some mention, but I will still call on past district director and our past president, Mukesh Kulothia, to give his thoughts at this time with Blue Quest. Over to you, Mukesh sir.
Hi, sir. Thank you once again for handing over the mic to me. As I said a while ago, that it has been a pleasure being a part of Blue Quest always. And as we say that once a Toastmaster, always a Toastmaster, I think the same thing is applicable for Blue Quest also. In fact, people come and go, but then the feelings for the club and for the fellow members are always so warm that anytime you forget that you are not a member now, you always consider yourself a member of Blue Quest. As Gopa also said that though she or maybe me, we are no more members of this club, yet we feel so close to all the members of this club and the name Blue Quest. Blue Quest has become such a brand that which has gone into the hearts of all the members, and there is a reason that this club actually has helped people to transform their lives. I remember 31st January 2012 in the evening when I was attending a training at IBM in Noida. And I used to struggle to speak even a sentence with confidence in English. At that time, I went to the trainer and I asked her, what should I do to become a good communicator? And then she said, Mukesh, the only thing which is truly, truly practical and the most beautiful advice, if I can give you, and that is join Toastmasters if you truly want to improve at good pace. And that was the first and last time somebody asked me to join Toastmasters. Next morning on February 1, 2012 itself, I joined Toastmasters. And when I entered into the Toastmasters meeting, I found Sumit Miglani and Sorindra there. The meeting was over when I entered, but I insisted to join and they insisted, okay, next Wednesday you come as a guest. If you like it, then you join it. I told them that there is no question of thinking and coming on next Wednesday. I want to join right away today itself. And they were happy that somebody is joining with that passion, not even willing to see a demo meeting, and right away he's becoming a member. I did become, and then I probably got massive support and the most support from all the members in all the roles which I played in Toastmasters, from being a normal member to playing almost all the EC roles, to area director, to division director, to PQD, to district director. In all the roles, all the clubs actually believed 100% in my words, and they supported like anything. I'll just quote one story. As Surendra sir said, there can be hundreds of stories, and probably I have more than that stories of Blue Quest members showing the true value of excellence, which we call as one of the core values in Toastmasters. Blue Quest had, I think, 26 members in the month of April. Probably the last week, I remember, around 24th of April. And Surendra used to be one of the area directors, and we felt that his area may not become distinguished or select distinguished because one of the clubs, which are very poor club, died. And we wanted to support him that, he's kind of a, mentor to all the members, and we thought his area must become distinguished or above. So how can we support? So I convened a meeting of all the members. Gopa was president at the time, I remember. And I told everybody that Blue Quest is going to split in around 2 weeks, and we need to make another club from Blue Quest, and they'll come in Surendra's area. That way we have at least, come to the base, because we had lots of one club in the area. Now we can come to the base if we give birth to one more club. And I didn't feel that even one member out of the members who were present in the meeting had any doubt that this can be done. They supported, yes, Mukesh, if you are saying we'll do it. And we did it. See, probably it happened for the first time ever. I don't know anywhere in the world it has happened, that a corporate club splitting and making another club, which is a community club, and that too within 2 to 3 weeks of time period. So everybody worked day and night, and within 3 to 4 weeks, we had another club, because from 26 we became 42 members, and then we split into two, and we gave birth to a club called Gurgaon Leaders Toastmasters Club, which again got split and gave birth to a club called Gurgaon Champions Toastmasters Club. So that's one story where people believed in something which is unbelievable, something which is a vision, something which is a word of the leader, and everybody showed massive supports to each other. So that's one story which I fondly remember about the support of every club member. I think if you have any specific question, I'll be very happy to respond, instead of speaking all about the past, only because I see a lot of people have joined from across the world, and there are many people who are very new, so they may not be able to relate with these stories of the past. Yeah, anyone, if you have any question, I'll be happy to respond. Surendra?
My only question, which has always intrigued me, Mukesh, is how did you choose to move out of IBM and start your own company, and that too in an area which is so different from your day-to-day work in IBM? Technology was something which you could have gone to, but you've taken up a new profession altogether and started a new company by itself. How did you ever think about it? It's always intrigued me.
Sure. See, for the people who do not know, I graduated from MNIT Jaipur, and then I went to IIM Lucknow. And from IIM Lucknow straight, I joined IBM as a vitality hire. And I was doing very well. I traveled to, I think, almost a dozen countries in 9 years, and a couple of more were lined up in 2017 when I quit. And people aspire to travel the world through the company where they work. I had also learned French while being in IBM, and I was, very much in demand for the Francophone countries. I had an excellent career in IBM for a good 9 years, and there was no point in quitting the job and starting something, or taking the risk, and that ways. And the experience after starting my own business has also not been very good for first 2-3 years, because of I being very new to the field, and I didn't know ABC of business. I started with almost 40 lakhs rupees in my pocket. In 2 years' time, I had minus 40 lakhs rupees. That means the 40 lakhs were gone and I had the debt of 40 more lakhs rupees in 2 years. Yet every single day, I loved working in Muskurado because I found a new love when I was working in Toastmasters. And I say working because I used to spend almost 18 hours a day in Toastmasters. For the people who do not know, I had quit my job and I was serving full time 18 hours a day for last 3 months of my district directorship in Toastmasters. In fact, I had also quit driving my own car because I thought that every single waking minute of my time must be invested in growing the district and the members of Toastmasters in District 41. I used to take Uber so that while being in Uber, I could connect with more members across the clubs and the district leadership. So that year, of course, we broke all the world records of performance in Toastmasters in all the areas, be it membership payments growth, or be it opening new clubs, or be it the success of existing clubs, which we call distinguished clubs. So if I tell you just one number, the world struggles to make 50% clubs distinguished, but that year we made 126% clubs distinguished. Even today, a lot of people ask me, how could you do it? So to be honest, I don't really have an answer better than the statement that I had an amazing team that year. I was blessed with district officers like Rupinder Singh and Sandra Bhaumik and many more like these two champions. So in Toastmasters, actually, I found that the power of rewards and recognition is massive. It's massive. Even today, it's impossible for me to recognize the power of rewards and recognition fully. Whatever people cannot achieve because of all the other forces and motivations, they can actually do it because of rewards and recognition. And it doesn't need to be expensive, but it has to be timely. It has to be given in a proper way. It has to be told to people clearly in advance. So if you apply rewards and recognition in any organization, be it for profit or not for profit, you actually can turn that organization, as my friend Deepak Sharma says, by 360 degrees. Anything is possible. The growth of 10%, 20%, 30% is nothing. In fact, you can grow by 100%, 200%, 500%, because what people can achieve when they are truly motivated is something which we cannot guess. It's beyond the imagination of human beings. So I found the true potential of rewards and recognition. And then I thought this is the area where I need to spend the rest of my life helping people achieve the new levels of success and helping people achieve the new levels of happiness. Just imagine, for example, somebody works for a year and they work day and night. They work almost 4 to 5 hours daily. And at the end of the year, they get a trophy and they feel massively fulfilled. They do not get even single rupee from the organization. They feel massively fulfilled. So this is a business of fulfillment. It's a business of success multiplication. It's a business of happiness multiplication. And I feel that I'm into a noble profession. The way doctors feel that they are into a noble profession, teachers feel that they are into a noble profession. I also feel that I am into one of probably the most noble professions in the entire world, where we multiply happiness, where we multiply the satisfaction of people, where we actually motivate, encourage people to do their best and give their best. And I did all the experiments with rewards and recognition in Toastmasters from 0 to 100. Every single experiment with rewards and recognition was done in Toastmasters. When I found the value of this particular field, I thought, let me make my career and my life in this field. So it's been 4 years and I'm just loving every single day at my work. And just for your information, let me tell you, I reach my factory at 5:30 in the morning, every single morning without fail. In 2021, there has been only 4 days as an exception where I was not in Gurgaon and I was not in factory at 5:30 in the morning. Otherwise, I reached 5:30 in the factory and I'm here till 9 in the night. I never feel that I work. I always feel that I'm enjoying my life to the max. I feel like I'm playing the game. I feel full thrill and excitement every single day. So that's the kind of fun. And even my wife has realized that if there is any lady in the world who can hamper the relationship, then that's called Muskurado. It's my child, it's my wife, and I just love my work, beyond words. And words probably cannot describe my passion for my work. So that's how it is. So I really, feel grateful to Toastmasters that it helped me found my true passion and love in life, which is Muskurado. I hope I convey my feelings to all the members.
Thank you so much for enlightening us.
And so today, I feel blessed that we serve Toastmasters in India, Nepal, Bangladesh, Bhutan, and Sri Lanka. We serve 6 districts for all the rewards and recognition requirement in areas, divisions, and districts. In many cases, clubs also. And we have almost 45 to 50 products which are there on the Muskurado store for Toastmasters. And we work as a strategic partners to Toastmasters International in this particular thing. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mukesh. That was really wonderful. Now, may I have the opportunity of calling on the most lovable person that I have had an experience working with in Toastmasters, our past president, Gopa Sindhwani, who is with us. And I'm really touched, Gopa, that you are with us today. Would you be kind enough to share some words on your association with Bluequest? Gopa, over to you. Gopa is taking a walk, I can see.
Sorry, yeah, sorry. Okay.
Go ahead.
Can you see me? I'm sorry. Let me just
Yes, we
change.
can see you. We can see you very much.
Surendra, this looks more like that. What do you call that in Toastmasters? I forget that when you have to speak for 2 minutes extempo.
Table topics. Table
topics. Yes, sorry. Okay, Diksha is laughing. Very good morning to all of you once again. I never knew that I have to speak again because Surendra just told me that it is going to be a story and I would like you to be there. So I just thought, chalo, join kar lete hain, kinds. But thank you, Surendra. Thank you for this opportunity. It's so nice to speak again after such a long time and people listening to you for a good 2-3 minutes. So thank you for that. I don't know. I mean, is anybody calculating the you knows and I knows? Is anybody doing that right now?
Not today. Not today. Not today.
Okay. So I joined Toastmasters because of Mukesh. The whole credit goes to Mukesh of me joining Toastmasters because somewhere we both were colleagues in IBM and we were both in learning and development. Both of us were together in that, and in fact we were in the same floor also. So one fine day, when I met Mukesh, he asked me to join the club as a guest. And then I remember, the first week I did not go. Like I was like, okay, we'll see it later. But the second week I remember going as a guest and being there and going through the meeting, and I enjoyed it. And that's the time when I met Suchika also. And I met Surendra. In fact, I knew Surendra beforehand because he was a trainer also. He was an amazing trainer with or without Toastmasters. He's been an amazing trainer. And he used to help us in a lot of induction batches in IBM. So I knew Surendra from before. So it was nice, seeing some familiar faces there. And that's when the journey of Toastmasters basically started. But then the things what happened in Toastmasters were something which I never imagined was going to happen. With the fact that I became the president, became the vice president first, and then became the president. And then so many of the youngsters joining us, as Surendra said, I'm missing Shakti here right now because she was my vice president at that moment. And she was actually the pillar on which half the things were being done. And then I remember Diksha joining in. With Diksha, when she joined, I don't think she even said a sentence more than a minute. And then later on, I saw that she has become a champion of some sort. I don't remember what she won, but I do remember that she had become a champion in something, and it was like amazing. I was so happy to see the difference what has come in people, and not only in Diksha, every person. In fact, every person, whoever was in that club, I think has done amazingly well. They might be in the club or they not might be in the club, I don't know, but I have seen this, that they have done amazingly well in their lives. Take it Shakti, or let it be Samiksha, or let it be Faizan, or even Rajat. everyone has done amazingly well in their careers after that. And I'm so happy to see that a lot of them are still continuing with Toastmasters, specifically like Samiksha, and I saw that Shakti has even completed her DTM, which is like, even after leaving and being in US, she still completed her DTM, which is amazing. So yeah, in fact, leaving IBM and becoming an entrepreneur myself, following Mukesh's footsteps, I think Toastmasters was a part of it. Somewhere Toastmasters was a part of it, because the confidence which Toastmasters brings into you is not something which you get from anywhere else. So I am in fact looking for my son also, that he should join Toastmasters as soon as he can, because I realized the potential of this club. I realized the potential of this whole committee, community, not the committee, but yeah, but but I think it is a very, very important part, and the job which you all are still doing is amazing. And in fact, yesterday I was just telling Surendra that I would like to join Toastmasters back, because this is something which I miss. And although I left it because of whatever reasons, I think it will be good to join back. I don't know which club I'll be joining, but I think I should join Toastmasters back and come back with all of you. Yes. Thank you, Surendra. Thank you so much for this opportunity to talk. Thanks so much.
Since we do virtual meetings and it's going to continue for many years now, you can straight come back home, and we'll be most welcome to have you with us.
Yeah, thanks so much. Yes.
I'll follow up with you on this. Now, there is this bubbly young lady who has finally joined us in this meeting, and she is our District Administrative Officer and a past Vice President Education in our club. I'm so happy to request Madam Distinguished Toastmaster Shivpriya Gowri to be with us today, and thank her for letting us know something about her views about this club. Over to you, Shivpriya. Please be kind enough.
Thank you so much, Distinguished Toastmaster Sharendra Bhaming. So, a very good morning to everybody. And you know that no matter what, I will not stop at Sharendra Bhaming. I will always add it, sir. I think that's true for every person in Blue Quest. It's amazing to see Gopa. It's amazing to see Diksha. And it just reminds me of the old days where we used to get together. And it's amazing to see Distinguished Toastmaster Mukesh Kulothia is also there, who is the past district director. Oh my God, I think this is like amazing to see all of you here. A very good morning. And good evening to some of them who has joined from different parts of the world. 550th meeting is an amazing milestone, and we all celebrated 500 together. I am delighted to share this milestone with all of you, and I'll tell you why. Blue Quest was my first club, as you all know. It was my home club, and it will remain my home club. And I do have my special, I do have a special place for Blue Quest in my heart, because every time I am in any problem or any conundrum, or I'm in any moral dilemma, the first set of people I call is Blue Quest. I might just like Rupinder for 1,000 things, but he's the first person I will ask, like, what do you think about it? I know that whenever I want to think of good things, I will look at pictures of Diksha and Prachi together. I know that if I have to ask any Toastmaster related question, I would simply call up Mukesh Kulothia. And if I have to just chat and get some advice on life itself, not just about Toastmasters, but on life itself, I know that I will go to Sharendra Bhaming. Each and every person in this club means something. And trust me, these are the bonds which are not created for a day. These are the bonds which are created for lifetime. That's the reason that you have such a great legacy. That's the reason that despite moving to Pune after 5 years, you have someone who's walking into the meeting. That's the reason you have people, despite moving to different parts of the world, they still talk about Blue Quest. What I really loved was when I was talking to Shakti about the clubs in US. She said, yeah, me, Addu, Addu is Aditi for those who do not know. Me, Addu and Faizu, we are also talking about, joining maybe an online club together. So the point is that they met or they were together as EC members in 2016, January to June term. And 5 years later, they are trying to find a way to come back or crawl back or connect back. That is what Blue Quest is defined for. And that is what we want to give. And I'm sure that we have people like Elyssa, who's a recent joiner. We have other people. We have Anna, we have Kapil, and who had joined High Hope. We have Hope. And there is a reason why Elyssa wakes up late in the night just to attend Blue Quest meetings, right? Because this club has something which is inexplicable. And the best part is that the club is just growing in that future. It is not trying to curtail it. It's leveraging it so that it can commit to its promise, that is members come first. And that's what Blue Quest always believed in. So thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Sharendra Bhaumik, for letting me speak. I'm sorry my video is off because I'm rushing to office right now, but I would love to listen to everybody today. And thank you so much, everyone, for being here, because it's definitely a great morning start just seeing your pretty faces and seeing your presence at Blue Quest. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Shivpriya, I have a story to tell people about you. The first time she got up on the stage to speak, she had all her hair all over her face. And I told her, Shivpriya, please don't look like a Zim. A Zimbo is someone with so much of hair. So will you please brush it and push it back? And this is a joke amongst us, because even today, when she's on stage, I'm sure she becomes very conscious if I'm a part of that meeting. And I'm looking at her, the first thing that she does is pushes her hair back, making sure that I don't comment on it. Well, like that, there's another lady here who is been with us today after quite some time. She has moved out of IBM and she has now started her own. She's working with another company. She's our past president as well as the past area director, Diksha Garg. Diksha, a short burst of speed from you, and we would love to hear you.
Thank you so much, Sharendra sir, for giving me this opportunity to speak in front of everyone. I, like Gopa and Shivpriya and Mukesh said, I also don't have words to say about this club. Like, it feels so warm here when I hear this word Blue Quest, when I hear the name of all the past members that have been said. Again, I'm conscious about A's and Ums, like Gopa mentioned. But when I joined this club, I was actually pulled into the club because there was some goal to complete for the EC members, and I and some of my friends, we were the new batch in the IBM, the graduate hires, and we were just pulled back we were just said that you should join. And coming from a Hindi medium college school background and everything, I found this a great opportunity to not just learn English, but about my communication skills, about the leadership skills. And I remember getting freezed on the stage the day one, as Gopa mentioned. I don't know if we get people freezed, right? These days also, maybe they just escape and switch off their internet. But I remember the day, even at my second speech, Sharendra sir said me, while I was on the stage and were not able to speak, he said, Diksha, speak anything. whatever comes in your mind related to your speech, just speak anything. And that confidence this club, these people had gave me, that I could stand in front of 300 people in Agra while giving my ISC speech, while competing with champions like Rupinder Singh and Deepak Sharma. That was a great opportunity, and all the credit goes to this club, the members. I have created so many good memories here, not just the meeting memories, celebrating the milestones, coming together as a group, organizing the milestone meetings, organizing farewells for each other. Like while Gopa was leaving, we all met together, and there are so many happy memories. If I start, with the specific stories, this time would, just pass by. But I am happy. I would always cherish the moments that I had with Toastmasters. Going out, taking people in the club, while being an area director, meeting so many amazing people all over the world, all over the region. I am just thankful enough. I cannot be thankful enough for Rupinder, Shaurendra, Mukesh, Gopa, Shiva, Arushi. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity again.
Thank you, Diksha. So nice of you to have said such kind words for us. Now, on behalf of the EC and members of the Blue Quest, I thank all of you for sharing your thoughts with us. We really miss you all. Do find time for us. We are always indebted to you and looking forward to be with you once again. I would also like to use this forum to convey to Shivpriya so that she can convey to Shakti that we really missed her today, but our thoughts are with her because I know she's unwell and we are hoping that she recovers very quick. Godspeed to her. I know Anna, Elyssa, Sheila, Hope, all of you are close to your sleep time, and I did see a couple of yawns here and there. But I do request some of you to share your thoughts of having joined Blue Quest and how you have felt about your time with us and how you think we should go ahead. This is over to you. Any of you who would like to take on the stage and share their thoughts.
I would like
Hope,
to share.
You're the first one on my screen here, so would you please shoot?
Yes, I would like to share that I appreciate Blue Quest. I am a member of 4 clubs, and Blue Quest is one of the most on time, well thought out, astute clubs that I have attended. I was thoroughly just impressed and continue to be impressed with the level of excellence that's demonstrated to all of the members, from the grammar actually being demonstrated in a PowerPoint and a graph that has always captured my heart, that the grammarian or the counter actually does this and records it in a graph, which takes time and patience to even erect such a structure to demonstrate. And due to that, I have always been in awe of all of the members and just how the meetings are ran. I always look to Rupinder for his well thought out speeches, and just every member in the group. I really learned something because I am pursuing a path, not pursuing. I'm currently on a path of speaking professionally, and I only want to be around the best speakers. So the groups that I attend and I join because I see something in each of the members that I am trying to emulate and sharpen my skills through. So I want to just thank everyone in the group, because Blue Quest, we are the cream of the crop. And I am elated to say we, because I'm a part of Blue Quest, thanks to Elyssa and Rupinder. And I am just here to continue on the journey with Blue Quest. Quest. There we are, 3 times the charm. So thank you for having me. Thank you for allowing me to grow in my speakerdom. And thank you to all of the members. You really are just the cream of the crop. That's all for me.
Thank you, Hope. Now, can I move to Elyssa? Yes, Elyssa, we also extend our hearts to you because we love you so much. Elyssa, over to you.
Thank you so much, Surendra. And thank you, Hope, for that wonderful expression of appreciation for this club. I was glad that you were able to join, that you've been interested. And I have to say personally, and I'm going to be very honest and real here, what brought me first to your club was Shah Rukh Khan. I hate to admit it, but a journey through Bollywood really created interest a few years ago in what India entails. And I realized that I may not be able to visit in person right now, but I certainly can do so virtually. Having met Shivpriya in London, I eventually made my way over to Blue Quest. And upon my first meeting, I decided that this was a really awesome club. What stands out for me most, though, is not just the quality, as Hope mentioned, but also it's each one of you, it's the members. When I come to Blue Quest, I feel like we're in a big family. And I love that there's all kinds of levels of just different, all kinds of levels of learning. And we've got members who are more experienced, members who are still growing in their knowledge of public speaking. And I think we all help each other. We all are a team. And it's a place where you can lose yourself, you can be yourself, be free, and not be afraid. And obviously in Toastmasters, that is an essential quality. So when I come here, I appreciate Surendra with his incredible, he's a fountain of wisdom for us all. And Rupinder with his jokes, he always makes us smile. And of course, now we've got Anna and Kapil, and each one of you brings an essential element. It wouldn't be Blue Quest without you. So please don't go anywhere. Because even if Shah Rukh Khan is the first one that brought me, I stay because of you. Thank you. Over to you, Surendra.
Thank you so much, Elyssa. I hope we can also create Shah Rukh Khans in our club so that it attracts you more to be here with us. There you are. There's the man. There's the man. You can see him. Yeah. Anna Whistler. It's all over to you. We're all waiting eagerly to hear from you.
Thank you so much. Nothing like being put on the spot. In March of 2020, a pandemic hit the world with the loudest crash and the most unexpected twist that any of us could expect. Upon that, a gentleman by the name of Raoul Boundary, who none of you guys know, has reached out to me through Facebook because he saw that I was a public speaker. And he began talking to me about groups, Toastmasters. I quickly informed him that I was already part of groups. I had already been a part of this, but we had created a friendship, and he too is based in India. Fast forward 10 months, I am performing a general evaluation at a club, and suddenly I am getting pinged and harassed by another fellow man from India. That day, this year, this pandemic has altered my life, has created a newfound friendship, new excitement, new lists of journeys that I'm about to partake upon, and all because I was forced to sit at home and find new friends. So I'm here partially because I was harassed, which we'll still talk about, but mostly because I love the environment. I love the hospitality that every human from India has given me. And the amount of knowledge and culture that I have been able to discover as well has just amazed me. I'm not going anywhere. That's not true. I'm going to the Bahamas in 2 weeks, but I won't be going really anywhere else until the pandemic releases, and then I'll be coming to visit you all in India. Thank you, Surendra.
It'll really be an honor to host you here. Please, we're looking forward to your joining us, Anna. Now, may I call on the conscious keeper of our club, the one person who makes it a point to join us every meeting. And I truly call him the conscious keeper of my club. It is over to distinguished Toastmaster Raj Mehta to give us his wisdom. So you're mute. Sorry, sir, we can't hear you. So while you set up your system, can I request another of our conscious keepers, Padma, to kindly take on the stage, and we'll come back to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Ms. Surendra. It's really a pleasure listening to all the members sharing their stories. I recognize that most of you are from IBM, the big blue, which probably explains the name Blue Quest. And you are a macro hard company. For myself, I come from a micro and soft company. I started my Toastmasters career with Microsoft as a charter member. And I believe that many of us, irrespective of whether we come from the hard world of IBM or the soft world of Microsoft, have certain common purposes that we look for when we join Toastmasters. And some of these reasons could be that either we want to lose our fear of public speaking, or we join to enhance our speaking skills. Some of us join to show off our speaking skills as well. Some joined for the great snacks that we used to serve when we had physical meetings. Some also joined to befriend the beautiful girls and the smart single boys who attend. Irrespective of what the purpose is, there is one thing that Toastmasters always provides: a great environment to make sure that the primordial feelings that we have in terms of being sad, mad, glad, or scared, all of the feelings are only focused on the glad. We lose our scare, we lose our anger at things, we also lose any of the negative feelings that we have, and we focus in terms of how we continue to remain glad. Just imagine a club to which I was introduced hardly a month ago by Rupinder, and having attended about 2 or 3 meetings of yours, I get an opportunity to listen to all the legacy of the great experiences that you have accumulated over these past 11 years. Incidentally, that happens to be my tenure in Toastmasters as well. I am 11 years a Toastmaster as of August this year. And to me, this is a wonderful reiteration of the value that we find in Toastmasters. I just want to add one thing, that when we find people with a similar wavelength, and when we are able to interact with people, we end up not just enjoying ourselves, but we also end up creating a better world. Maybe it looks like a grandiose kind of statement, but coming from the kind of companies that you and I come from, the IBMs and the Microsofts, who all believe that we are here to change the world. Of course, now that has been taken over by Apple in terms of their aspiration to change the world, or today the Googles and the Facebooks and so on and so forth. But nonetheless, that feeling that each one of us brings to the table, that individually, by doing what we have to do, we have the ability to make a dent in the universe, as Steve Jobs famously said, or to make a great contribution to world peace. I think Toastmasters is a great platform to promote world peace. And I'm happy to see so many veterans who are on that journey. And I'm happy to rub shoulders with you today. All the best. And as I said earlier, I look forward to attending your 1000th meeting as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Now, can I come back to Raj, sir, for if he's been able to fix his sound system?
Yeah, am I audible now?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Thank you, DTM Sharendra Bhaumik, for inviting me. Even though I'm not a member of this club, but you have shown that how much care this Blue Quest takes of even guests. Yes, I have been a part and parcel of Blue Quest since long. In fact, I used to sleep during this time, but one person would ping me every day at 8:30 or 8:25 that meeting is going to start, and he will disturb my sleep. One day I just thought that I should join it. I joined it. I found very interesting people, very interesting topics and themes and many other things. I have been experiencing these things in other clubs as well. But some things were really unique in this club. And some of the things or the persons were Rupinder Singh and you yourself, Surinder, and Shivpriya and others, and many more. Then gradually I found that many persons from Toastmasters from other countries have also joined. It just grew some interest in me for being regular in the Toastmasters. Even though I'm not a member, but I feel that I'm much more regular than many of the members of the club. And this gives me pleasure. At the same time, I'm feeling though it is a landmark meeting, 550th meeting, but the attendance is not that great. Though we have our past district director and we have our district administration manager, Shivpriya Gowri and others. But still, I'm missing some of the members who were there, who used to come there regularly, but they're not here. But anyhow, it doesn't, of course, it makes difference, but it doesn't stop anybody, us to go further. And I really enjoy the environment here, and I enjoy the support I get from the members of the club and the guests of this club. And I would continue coming here, even though I may not join as a member, but my presence or any kind of support you need from me, or I shall be there for that. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Raj sir. Ladies and gentlemen, there are new people in this group. We've had some excellent and really nice people who've joined us in the last few months. And I have the pleasure of requesting a few of them to just give us a few words. My first request goes out to Toastmaster Pratima Razdan. Pratima, can you just quickly give us your thoughts on how you felt in the short time that you've been with us?
Thank you, Surendra sir. Am I audible?
You are audible.
So, hello everyone. And as Surendra sir rightly said, that I am a newbie to this club. I think just over a month old, and I'm actually settling in. So I think it's going to take some time. I've not even had my official icebreaker speech yet, which is about to happen next week. So I'm really enjoying my learning. I'm getting to learn a lot from a lot of you. A lot of you are from different countries. A lot of you are even from different states, I believe. So each one of you are getting to the table your own unique perspective, your life stories. Tales of Your Region. So it's pretty interesting that although the meeting is virtual, I don't have to travel anywhere. You're just sitting in the comfort of my home. I'm able to learn so much from a lot of you. So I'm really looking forward to my journey with all of you over here. Though I really miss one thing, and that is that I have not had a personal one-to-one icebreaker with each one of you. I've not got to say hi to Hope. So I'll do it now. Hi Hope. Hello Elyssa. Hello Padma sir. Hello Sumit. How are you? Hi Kapil. Hello Anna. Hello Sumangal. So I'm hoping that I have covered all the Toastmasters members, the existing members, and hello to all the past members who have joined in today. It's so nice to hear all of you talk about your journey with Toastmasters, how the legacy of Toastmasters has been. And I'm really happy to be a part of this club, and I'm hoping to grow with this club. So over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Pratima. I promise you on behalf of the club that you will have a phenomenal growth within this organization. Let me tell you that. I would now really want to ask Ashok Sharma to give us his views. He's been away for a training program for some time now and has joined back today. And Ashok, it's all over to you.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. Yes, I was away. Actually, I had a taste of Toastmasters 2 years back, 2.5 years back, when in our company we started Toastmasters, and Shaurendra sir and Rupinder were the key people. And he helped me because I was looking after learning and development, and they were the people who trained over 150 people there. And we have seen really, really good things, people moving in those 8 weeks time, the program which we were running is Speechcraft, and people have made tremendous improvement in that time period, that time frame. Then things moved on, I changed my company, and then one fine day I was just sitting and thinking that I should start it again for myself. And that's why I called up Shaurendra sir. Thanks to him, he identified my voice and he identified me also. And that ways I joined this Toastmasters club this year 2021. And in between I got COVID and that break I got. But I promise that I will continue, and I have seen things working from this club, lot of learning, lot of improvement personally, professionally people get. I personally have got it, and that ways I wish best of luck to all of us being part of this club. And thank you for all the role holders who are running this club with all the devotion, dedication, and the commitment. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. And
thank you,
we
Ashok.
all will be there. And I promise I will be continuing.
Thank you very much, Ashok, and welcome back. We are nice to see your face after so long.
Thank you.
Now, may I request Sumangala to please give her views as a new member. You're on mute, Sumangala. Yeah.
Am I audible?
Absolutely.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. So yeah, I joined Toastmasters a month before. I may not be like continuous. I have missed a couple of meetings though, but I promise that in future I'll be the best. My story of joining the Toastmaster is that that one of my college friend, I saw the changes she had after joining the Toastmasters and being currently being the VP education of one of the club. So she motivated me to join this club and be a part of an international Blue Quest club. I still remember that when I joined the first meeting and was asked to speak on a table topics, I was so nervous and freeze. Said that I could only say a couple of lines. So after in the next meeting, I was like, oh no, I am not going. I was just scared of the table topics, and I was not don't want to come for that meeting. And she was the one who motivated me that don't plan your thing around the meeting, just go for it and speak whatever comes to your mind. And and in fact, to motivate me and inspired me, she also joined with me in this meeting, though she is not a member of this club. So yeah, that was and I saw that improvement in the next speech of mine. So yeah, I am looking forward to more of those table topic speak, and I'm not that much scared of those now that I was at that first point. So yeah, and everyone like is even if you speak a couple of lines and get freeze and don't things don't come to your mind, each one of you is quite supportive and be motivated and positive around that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to my journey in Toastmaster here.
Thank you very much, Sumangala. You know, we have two packed backups as well as powerhouses in our club. And they are relatively new entrants, I think about a year and a half old. And these two power packs, one is our president, Kapil, and the other one who's a very quiet person who doesn't make any noise, but he's the biggest power in our setup. And this happens to be our friend Sumit Juneja. He's our VP Education. And believe me, in a very short time, he has virtually transformed this entire role into something which has motivated each and every one of us. And I, for one, along with Rupinder, feel that this is the best thing that has happened to Blue Quest in the last few months. I am now requesting Sumit to, I know he's a man of few words, but I am requesting him to please speak and give us a quick thought on how he feels about the club.
More than sharing how I feel about the club, I would like to share a story of me joining Toastmasters. I always have plans, many plans in my mind, and I take a very slow route to attain those plans. Sometimes I don't have enough courage to take up those plans. So this time what happened when I wanted to join Toastmasters since very long, and I realized that it's a hidden need that I have to really work upon. I attended one of the Toastmasters club, and my first instance on that particular day was not good enough. So I take a back seat, but I am a strategist. When the life is not kind with me, I strategize. I found that yes, Toastmaster is something that should happen to our life. So I sent my wife first. I asked her, please go ahead. I'm finding it very difficult to move on with this current club that I have joined. So figure out something. She found out Blue Quest, and then that's how the journey started. So being a strategist, I always find certain routes. Maybe some are the back doors, but that's how I started. That's how she started, and now we both are member of this Blue Quest club. And right now she is cooking, and I'm attending Toastmasters. So this is one of the story, and other thing is I always have this hidden orator within me. There is so many things I want to tell the world about. There are so many things that are within me and is trying to sprout. But actually, I'm a man of few words. I find it difficult to find words to communicate those things. That's one of the challenge that I had. But with time, I think I am finding my a hidden talent somehow. I would probably become a good orator, and I will also find words going forward to give it to the world. And Toastmaster, Blue Quest Toastmasters, so many kind people here have helped me find that potential within me. And one day you will see a good orator within me coming out and giving you good speeches. Over to you, Sharan sir.
I have no doubts about that. We are looking forward to that day. There are two people who I have not asked to speak. And the first one is our presiding officer, our president, Kapil, who will address us at the end of the meeting. And the other one is my partner in crime, distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder Singh. The reason why I have not asked Rupinder to give his views as of now is because he's going to handle the next session, and that is the table topic session. And Rupinder, I'm sure, will have many things to tell us. So over to you, Rupinder, and it's all yours now. Yes, Rupinder, shoot.
Thank you, Sharendra sir. Although I don't know what to do with table topics, hearing so many experiences. I'll share one of mine though. This was a time when we used to have physical meetings. You see, these days when I tell them about request, I say, you should come, we meet at 7:45 in the morning. The answer I usually get at 7:45, who wakes up at 7:45? Well, let me tell you about a few dedicated individuals. Our meetings used to happen at 8:30 in the morning. And you, although I'm very tolerant of winters, you have not seen people who are intolerant of winters in December and January. The meetings were happening in Gurgaon. To get inside that Bluequest building, the IBM building, you had to go through a couple of security checks. I will say mild security checks because I have graded organizations on the difficulty to get inside. And Bluequest is somewhere along 2 or 3 on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the most difficult. Try getting inside TCS or try getting inside Infosys. You will understand what I mean. But anyway, what that meant was that we had to be here at least at 8 o'clock so that we could sign in. And I can barely recall a meeting where people were not here at 8 o'clock or latest by 8:15. And the one person who I would inevitably find there was Diksha or Arushi waiting downstairs, or Arushi, or there was another person, Rajni. She would actually park her scooter later. First, she would get all of us inside. And then she would park. We would start the meeting dot at 8:30 because the meeting was supposed to start at 8:30 with 2-3 people, and then people would start coming into the room. So if you tell me that 7:45 in the morning is too early for you, you can thank your stars it is not a physical meeting, because you would have to be here by at least 7:45 to 8 in the morning. Now that our meeting starts at 7:45, you're looking at 7:15 or even 7 o'clock. So thank God for the small mercies as I begin with my favorite topics. I have a set of quotes that I will share, and I will start with a person who said that she was very uncomfortable with table topics the first time around. I want to test her comfort level. So Mangal, if you would be ready. Okay. So Mangal, topic for you. The power of habit. The power of habit, Sumangal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rupinder, for giving me this topic, the power of habit. So I would say that the power of habit can change you entirely. Like if you have a routine, even in the we have been in the pandemic situation stuck at our home in last 1.5 years now, and we initially it was like being difficult for all of us to stay at home, work from home, and we have like gave up on our routine work. We don't have any habits or any routine work going on in the entire day of pandemic. Then I realized that my entire day is switched. Like I'm not waking up on time, I'm not sleeping on time, my sleep cycle is disturbed, my routine is disturbed. So I tried following a habit and made up a routine that I'll wake up at this time, I'll start my work, I'll dress up, and then I'll sleep at this particular time. So that inculcates in me the feeling of positive vibes, the happiness in me. And I realized that the more sad you are, the more I try to sleep, and more happy and I am, that more I'll positive and motivated to do other things, to try new things, to explore, and I would say like it entirely changed my the thinking process, the thought process. So yeah, inculcating routines in your daily life is important to achieve anything. If you have a single habit, if you want to achieve anything, you have to bring that in your habit. Like if I am joining a Toastmaster, that I want to achieve good communication skills or leadership skills, or like I can speak on any topic, but then I have to make a habit to join this meeting at 7:45 on every Wednesday to achieve that. So back to Toastmaster.
Can you imagine that this girl was nervous at one time to speak on stage and now she would start? My next speaker is going to be spotlighted now, and that is Elyssa Schneider. Elyssa, first of all, thank you for bringing Hope Williams to our club. And your topic is a book by Barack Obama, the title of a book by Barack Obama. It has got no relevance to any person in this meeting, remember that, okay? Elyssa Schneider, The Audacity of Hope, The Audacity of Hope, Elyssa Schneider.
Audacity. Audacity speaks of bravery, sometimes maybe a little bit brazen when we look at something that might seem insurmountable and we say, I'm going to take on this challenge. Sometimes hope can seem like an insurmountable obstacle because in the place that you are located, maybe your present circumstances seem impossible. They can seem like obstacles that you'll never overcome. And I think in that moment, when you find yourself in that dark place, to have hope is to be audacious, because you have to be able to look beyond the present circumstances. You have to be able to visualize the future, what can't be seen, and create that as your reality. Now, when you are audacious and you hang on to hope, one thing that is required is faith, because at least in a book of wisdom, it says that faith is what cannot be seen. It's the substance of things hoped for and what cannot be seen. So you find yourself in a difficult place, visualize the future. Take time to think, what is it that I'm reaching for? What does that look like in my life? And how am I going to get there? Because you're the only one that can see it. At times, the people around you are not able to visualize what can be. And you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your dream. You have to be audacious and hang on to hope, because things can get dark. COVID is an example of what darkness looks like. And the world, the way we've moved forward, is an example of what it can look like to be audacious and hope. Because we haven't let it stop us, we've moved forward. Toastmasters is online, alive and well, because someone visualized what could be. They were audacious and they said, we're not going to let this stop us. So what's your obstacle? What is it that you're facing that seems insurmountable, that anybody around you would say, there's no way through this? Be audacious, choose hope. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Your wish is my command, milady. You asked me to choose hope, and I choose Hope Williams. Hope. Hope. Elyssa spoke about dreams. And here's another title that is along the lines of the something of something. And the topic for you is the promise of a dream. Hope Williams, the promise of a dream, the promise of a dream, Hope Williams.
Thank you, Rupinder. And I knew you were going to pick me because you have the teal memo. We have matching shirts. The promise of the dream. Coming from hope. How is that from a speech title? Hope is talking about the promise of a dream. I see myself as the materialization of a dream. Elyssa mentioned Faith, who is actually my older sister. My parents dreamed big, so hope came right in between Faith and my younger sister, Charity. Hope, faith, and charity. If you're surrounded by this in your household every day, how can you not dream? This is why I dream big. The promise of a dream is to believe the dream is only the blueprint. The promise of the dream is the promise to see that unforeseen vision fulfilled on this plane. The promise of a dream is continuing in your own works, because that's the only way to bring it to fruition. The promise of the dream is to see my parents smiling, to know that their dream was to allow me to dream big, bigger, and expand my vision to anything beyond what I can imagine. In closing, the promise of the dream is Blue Quest. It's part of my dream, and I'm allowing you to see the vision become clearer. Mr. Rupinder Singh.
Am I audible? Thank you. One of the pleasures of being a table topics master is that you can give topics to people who've given you uncomfortable topics in the past. And yes, your turn will come, the one who shall not be named. For now, I would like to ask Mukesh Kulothia to spotlight himself. Mukesh, if you could unmute. Okay, I am going to move on to another distinguished Toastmaster. May I ask Padma to be ready, spotlighting you. Padma, your topic. If not Toastmasters, then what? Padmakumar, if not Toastmasters, then what? If not Toastmasters, then what, Padmakumar?
There was an event about a few years ago where I was asked to talk about Toastmasters and beyond. And the first thing I did was I asked the audience, in this Toastmasters and beyond, which is the most important word? A few of them said Toastmasters, obviously, because they're all Toastmasters. A few people said beyond, because if what you learn in Toastmasters stays within Toastmasters, there is no meaning. And then somebody put up their hand, probably a mischievous person, and said, and is the most important word. I clapped immediately and I said, yes, absolutely. And is the most important word, because when you just say beyond Toastmasters, you are leaving Toastmasters behind. Are you able to continue with Toastmasters and do things beyond? And therefore, Toastmasters and beyond looks like a much better construct to me. So to me, the question, if not Toastmasters, what else today does not exist? Because there is no reality that I can conceive of for myself without Toastmasters being a part of that dream that I will have. And therefore, I firmly believe in the and, but not stopping at what Toastmasters offers as speeches within Toastmasters, but to take it beyond and make an impact on the world, create that pleasure, create that success for everybody around us. Make sure that you carry with you the tools that you learn in Toastmasters and engage with the world with that confidence. And Toastmasters and beyond should be our mantra all through. So there is no question of if not Toastmasters, what? It's always Toastmasters and. Thank you very much.
And here I was thinking I gave you a difficult question. Speaking of difficult question, let me make someone's life difficult. Raj Mehta, where are you?
Yeah, am I audible?
You are audible, you are not visible. Okay, but there you are. Okay. Here, okay. Raj Mehta, the topic for you. It happens to be a quote that I included in one of my speeches. Okay, Raj Mehta, you had a purpose before anyone had an opinion. You had a purpose before anyone had an opinion, Raj Mehta.
Thank you, Rupinder Singh, DTM, for the topic. Every person has a purpose. When he takes birth, he thinks that he would become something. When I was a child, I was asked this question, what you want to become? In my childhood, I would answer a doctor, sometimes an engineer. During those days, chartered accountants were not known to me. And I worked towards that one day I shall become either a doctor or an engineer and nothing else. But luck has something different. I studied PG, science in PG, and then MBA finance. Totally two different disciplines. On the one side, I wanted to be a scientist, and on the other side, I was a finance person. But still, I had a purpose. That whatever people would say, they give their opinion. I will go according to my purpose. And my purpose was served. Then when I joined a multinational company, which was a part of McDowell Group. Later on, I joined Department of Energy of Government of India, and then IIT Delhi, where I happened to be managing incubator, and there my heart fell into it. And I decided that I shall continue here, work for the budding entrepreneurs, because that gave me a purpose of my life. While becoming an engineer or a doctor, I was going to serve the society. But here also, I was going to serve the budding entrepreneurs. So my purpose was solved. Whatever people wanted to say, they may continue saying, but I'm here with my purpose. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Raj Mehta. And I will now ask Ashok Sharma to step up to the stage, please. Ashok, if you could turn on your video, spotlight you. Ashok, the topic for you is a quote from Mike Tyson. It's a bit long, so I'll paste it in the chat box for you. Ashok Sharma, topic coming up for you. Ashok Sharma, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Ashok Sharma.
Thank you, Rupinder. Thanks a lot for this nice topic. I think this is the harsh reality of life which this quote talks about. Everyone creates plan. We all create plan. And as Raj was saying that since childhood, he was willing to do certain things, but he landed somewhere else. And that's a way we see a lot of events happening around us. Everyone prepare a plan. A good quote, a good reference I can give you, our first Indian political family, Gandhi-Nehru family. If you talk about them, so Indira Gandhi had two sons. One was pilot, one was politician. The politician died in the plane and the pilot died in the politics. They planned different things, but their destiny was different. Saurabh Ganguly, Dada, and he is one of the classic batsmen which we have seen, but her closest person, the closest person to him, her wife, fall in love with him, not by his cricketing skills, but by his badminton skills. Maybe irony, maybe a different plan. And that is something which happens all around. We know Sachin Tendulkar, he was someone who went to become a bowler. He first started with bowling. And that's a different thing which happened to him, we know. And there are so many cases we can see around. So the only thing I would like to say is that definitely we should have plans, but the Almighty has bigger plans. And at times those plans come to us naturally, or he hit a punch to us. And that's a way we fall in line as per Almighty's plan rather than our plans. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashok. Now I will request my good friend, quote unquote, Anna Whistler, you step up to the stage. Anna, you are an inspiration in more ways than one. I regularly follow your videos, and particularly that hashtag Epic Zone is one of my favorite hashtags. I was wondering what kind of a topic to give you, but I'm going to settle for this one. Anna Whistler, die with memories, not dreams. Die with memories, not dreams, Anna Whistler.
Thank you, DTM Rupinder. There was a movie that was released several years back named Yes Man that starred Jim Carrey. It started as a man who said no to everything. He would go to work, do his daily chores, and then go home to bed. He had no life. He had no excitement. He was challenged to go to the seminar where they told him to say yes to everything. Of course, as any comical movie may come about, he fought it. He didn't want to do it. He tried it and realized that there might be some actual opportunity with it. Jim Carrey's character went from a man who was hated by most to finding the love of his life, creating memories with that person and with his friends. being promoted, being given a better chance at life, being given opportunities that he never imagined would have been. And granted, this is a Hollywood movie, but I took it as a personal challenge. Since making the decision myself to say yes, I have traveled to Ireland. I have been in relationships. I have been all over the United States. I have moved across the country in the pandemic. I have created friends in India and the Bahamas. And I am continually finding myself growing within my career and my dreams. So my challenge to you is to just say yes. Who knows what opportunity may come your way? Who knows what ability or chance or excitement may come your way? It may be that you are saying yes to a Toastmasters meeting and are suddenly excited about books again, or excited about talking again. Or it could just be that you said yes to going and getting coffee with a friend and found out that you just changed their life. So my challenge to you, die with memories. Say yes to what was given to you. Don't die dreaming of your next move. Rupinder.
Your words were never spoken. Thank you, Anna, for sharing that with us. May I now request, let me see who I'm missing from the speakers. Okay, Pratima Razdan, are you ready? Are you into music by any chance, Pratima? I'm not asking you to sing a song, but are you into music? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So here's a topic for you. Pratima Razdan, when words fail, music speaks. When words fail, music speaks. Pratima Razdan.
Okay. Hello, everyone. And Rupinder, that's an interesting topic. I've heard a lot of speakers give references to movies. So I would also be giving references to movies in general, and to Bollywood, to Hollywood, both. So we've seen that in movies also, something becomes more impactful when there is the background music to it. This is what we see in art. And they say art imitates life, and so does life imitates art. So even in our personal life, if we could have some music to whatever we are doing, whether it's giving an impromptu speech, if we could have a background music, I think life would be better. It would be melodious. It wouldn't be so bland. Talking about music, music is not just melody and rhythm. Music is also a lot about lyrics. You must have noticed that when you are particularly sad, you focus on the lyrics of the music. And when you're in a happy and joyful state of mind, you're okay with whatever is playing. So music does have a very important role in our life. And music is not just about consuming music. For some people, they take it to the next level and they talk about creating music. For me also personally, I like to write poems, which is also music for a lot of people. And I also like to pen down lyrics when I'm particularly feeling low. So I hope that each one of you, their life is supported by music in all phases of your life. Over to you, Rupinder, and thank you so much.
Most welcome. You had me at home. I would now like Sumit Juneja to be ready for a topic. Sumit, if you could turn on your video. Thank you. Sumit, when I was an area director, and Sharindra was also an area director with me, this phrase we would hear ad nauseum, to the point that for me it became something that I did not want to hear ever again. And this was the topic I originally had for Mukesh Kulothia, because I know that he would not be able to speak for less than 2 minutes 30 seconds on this. Let's see how far you. Sumit Juneja, the topic for you and the resonating sound from 2016 to 2017 is the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. Sumit Juneja, the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. The main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing.
What is the main thing that you have thought about for yourself? And how many times it has happened that life has certain different plans for us, and we forget that main thing that we have planned for ourselves, and we look out for those trivial things in life, and then we see that time passes by, and we see suddenly that, oh, the main thing that was the main thing for us is no more main now. We are focusing much more on things which are not the main thing for us. This is what we call the distractions. This is what we call not having the complete focus, not having a purpose, not having a name in our life. Have you ever seen anybody achieving great success and not having a purpose in life and not having a main theme attached to his or her life? Almost this seldom happens. I have not have any examples to quote. And for me, I have tried a lot to keep the main thing as my main thing, which is I have invested a lot on myself to get a purpose for myself. For a very long period of time, I was roaming around and not keeping the main thing the main thing. But now that I have figured out a purpose for myself, I do a lot of things in a day's time, but I have created a habit of investing at least 2 hours of my day's time towards that main thing. And I keep the main thing the main thing. And that will go a long way. And that's the habit I would challenge you all to inculcate in yourself. That always always keep the main thing as main thing, even if it's requiring you to keep a board in front of you and which is completely blank, and just one pointer on that board, and that one pointer should be the main thing of your life that you want to achieve. It's always good to keep that in front always, so that and invest 2 hours at least each day on the main thing. So the main thing in life is to keep the main thing the main thing. Over to you, Rupinder.
Thank you, Sumit. I learned two things, one from you and one that I have to tell you. The first thing that I learned is about those 2 hours. And one thing I want to tell you, stop stabbing us with that pen. Okay. My last topic is requires a timer. May I request Sharendra to be timer for our speaker? Kapil, revenge is a dish best served cold. That is not the topic for you. The topic is Kapil Kakkar, humor is a skill and it can be learned. Humor is a skill and it can be learned, Kapil.
Okay. So, Rupinder, yes, definitely. Humor is a skill and it can be learned like any other things. I strongly believe that nothing in the world that cannot be learned. If you are committed, if you are hardworking, then of course you can make your things work. The key thing is you need to keep main thing as learning, humor as your main thing. I read one quote few days ago that if you have plan B in your pocket, then it's very rare that your plan A is going to work, because you will always think that, okay, if your plan A fails, then you will fall back on plan B. So you need to keep your plan A as your learning humor. So if you are that committed, then of course you can learn humor. Now, I call myself as a humorous guy because my friends say that, Kapil, you are good at cracking jokes and things, but in humor, it is the timing, and timing timing comes when you observe people. I used to watch a lot of Kapil Sharma show. I don't watch most of English shows, but of course I do watch a lot of Punjabi shows and a lot of Hindi shows. Kapil Sharma is one of my favorite. And if, of course, Rupinder, you must be knowing some Punjabi actors like Jaswinder Bhalla and Billu Dinnal and all that. So I'm great fan of these people and their timing. And I borrow jokes from them. I learn their timings, and I try to replicate that whenever my turn comes. So if I can learn something, of course, anybody can learn something. That is what I feel, that like any other skill, humor can also be learned, and with confidence. So you have to first believe that you are humorous. And if you start believing in yourself, then with confidence, you can crack a lot of jokes. Normally what happens that you don't, I remember that during my college days, I was asked to crack a joke in front of people. And I cracked one joke and nobody laughed at it. And at that time, I felt so embarrassed that nobody laughed at my joke. And I never stood up again to crack jokes. So you need to have confidence in yourself. So I took some time to gather that confidence. And yeah, of course, now I am giving humorous speeches. I have been giving humorous speeches for the last three weeks, I guess, or rather 3 months. So I believe I will continue my journey in that engaging humorous path. So I will try to test myself how humorous I am. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Kapil. I thought I was going to make life difficult for you. You made life difficult for me. And now I have no recourse but to ask you to vote for the best table topic speaker. And with that, I hand it back to Shivpriya Gowri.
Oh, thank you so much. And I think thank you to all of you is due. We've had a long morning and evening for some of you. And looking forward to your votes for the best table topic speaker of the day. And every one of you, from the core of our hearts, we thank you, because this has been a memorable day. We've had old friends coming home. And as I said right at the beginning, this was a reunion. And reunion is something that always gives us more energy to go forward. Thank you very much. And I would now like to hand over the stage to our presiding officer, our very own President, Toastmaster Kapil Kakkar. Over to you, Kapil.
Thank you, Surendra. So before I begin, should I share my results? I mean, my timing report?
No, just we can ignore the timing report. We just add that to the
Okay.
You can move on to the guests and prepare the certificates for the top 3 table topics.
Okay, but before that, I would also want you to know that how I joined BlueQuest, because I didn't speak on that. So I joined IBM in 2012, and little I know at that time that a club like BlueQuest exists in IBM. In 2019, I got an email from Vikas to come as a guest. And at that time when I came, I was, literally mesmerized by the culture and by the atmosphere of Toastmasters. And I regret at that time that why should I not join Toastmasters earlier, because I've been part of IBM for last 7 years. And how come I missed this? And before that, I kept on hearing from my friends, my mentors that Kapil, you need to improve on your communications thing. And I did some short-term courses, but nothing paid. And of course, Toastmasters is like learning driving. You can't learn driving by reading books or just taking a 15 days, 1 month coaching. Unless you practice on the road, you can't improve your driving skills. And that is the same platform Toastmasters provide. While you are good in your skills, but this gives you a platform where you practice. So that's why I love this Toastmasters. Okay, I don't know whether it was needed at this particular point of time, but no, I still wanted to share it. Ravinder, I think it's time for you to share your results. I think guests have already spoken a lot on this thing, so you can share your results.
Yes, we are ready with the results. We had only 3 certificates, and those would be the best table topic speakers. And our third best table topic speaker was also a part of a table topic speech title. Many congratulations, Hope Williams. Congratulations. And our second best table topic speaker had a loss of form today. Normally he comes in at number 1. Many congratulations, A. Padmakumar. And last but not the least, our best table topic speaker spoke about, and she spoke very kindly about hope. And congratulations, Elyssa Schneider. And with the click of this button, you will see the certificates being sent by email. And that's it from my side. Now, for the next week, I think we've got our speakers ready. We're just missing the tag team for next week, I think. So that's pretty much it. Other than that, I think we've got everyone lined up for next week. So we just need the tag team, and I think we'll pretty much be on our way.
And we have volunteers for the tag team here.
I can
There
take
was a
control.
request. If we can have another speaker, then Ashok has requested for a position, a speaker slot, and he has also requested for let me see. He has requested for an evaluator, which is Sumit. He wants Sumit to be his evaluator. Ashok Sharma and Sumit as the evaluator.
Okay.
And I would like to correct that I had volunteered for table topic master, but I have been given general evaluator.
Actually, it was swapped. Yeah. So I opted for GE.
Okay. Got it.
I can take control as needed.
Timer, counter, or grammarian, Elyssa, your choice.
I will take, I'll take off counter.
Elyssa Schneider makes a comeback.
Finally.
Hope.
Yes.
Hope. Timer or grammarian?
Grammarian, please.
Nice.
Thank you.
And we've got Pratima, timer?
Pratima is speaking.
Oh, Pratima is speaking. Sumangal, timer? Sumangal, are you there?
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. Our agenda is complete, people. And I'll roll out the poster today. Thank you very much. I should have stopped the recording. I did not stop the recording. Stop the share. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Wonderful meeting.
Thank you so